You know, I wasn't planning on making a third one of these. I thought I'd covered everything. And then I remembered even more games I've played that were overrated as fuck. So here we go. Destiny. So when I bought Destiny, I didn't know that it is an online-only game. Like, always. The regular campaign mode is permanently online, which means you can't pause the fucking game. Also, it's kinda boring, but did I mention you can't pause the fucking game? Control. Control got real boring real fast. Was I the only person who had trouble figuring out where to go in this game? The halls just all look super uniform. I don't know. This game just felt like someone said, here, have a premise. And that was it. Doom Eternal. I love Doom. I love Doom 1 and 2, and the remake of Doom. I didn't care for Doom 3, haven't played Doom 64 yet, but I will say, I don't hate Doom Eternal. It just wasn't for me. Its predecessor is one of the greatest remakes of all time, capturing a lot of the essence of the first two, while introducing easy-to-understand upgrade mechanics. But Eternal? I don't know. Eternal went a little too far. I didn't care for the hub world, I didn't like the way things were unlocked, I didn't like that there was a lot of time in between killing things. This isn't Doom to me. It has action-adventure and RPG and platforming elements in it, which for some people I'm sure is great, but see this? This is Doom. Just give me a gun and let me kill shit. Glover. I don't know why people like this game so much. Everybody looks back on it fondly, like so many people will be like, oh yeah, I remember playing Glover as a kid. Okay, did you beat it? Probably not, because the controls are fucking nightmarish. You have to safeguard this bouncy ball from enemies and perils while also using the ball as the main game mechanic. So this thing that kills you if it gets popped is also the thing you have to toss around constantly to progress through the game. Not to mention that this ball bounces you all over the fucking place in life or death situations. The Angry Video Game Nerd just did a review of this game and it was a great review, so just check that out for more info. Silent Hill 4: The Room. Silent Hill 4 may not be a game that everyone loves, but it is a game that is super divided in the fan base of Silent Hill. But it shouldn't be, because this game fucking blows. The first 3 Silent Hill games are each masterpieces. Not just good games. All 3 of them are unbelievably good games. That's hard to accomplish once, let alone twice, let alone thrice in a row. These 3 games are as good as horror in video games ever got. And this is coming from a guy who is an enormous fan of Resident Evil. So it would be crazy to think that they could keep that up for that long, let alone for a 4th game. But they didn't have to shit the bed this hard, did they? The room concept itself is kind of a cool thing, but the gameplay in the actual levels is a travesty, especially for what this series had accomplished up until this point. They got rid of tank controls, which is lovely, they are outdated, but they didn't get rid of the fixed camera in places, so when you're running by pressing forward, sometimes the camera will switch and make you go backwards. The enemies are wildly aggressive compared to the first 3 games, but you're given the same combat power as in the previous games, which isn't much. These games are not sold on needing to kill everything. And the stock sound effects. Jesus fucking Christ. That stock Jaguar roar that you hear everywhere is in this game. You know, the one everyone can just recognize by ear. Stock sound effects in a series where the previous 3 games had the most perfectly designed sounds in gaming. And some of the enemies fucking belch when you hit them. Am I playing a Silent Hill game right now? Not to mention, Henry Townsend is a dogshit protagonist. The first 3 Silent Hill games were filled to the brim with compelling characters. Characters with actual character. There is not a single character in the first 3 games that you don't catch some glimpse of what is motivating them. Henry Townsend has the personality of a slug. Every time he sees some wild ass shit, he just goes, okay. The levels aren't even fun to explore. You're always getting chased by ghosts that you can't kill. Repeating levels, but they're escort missions now. This game is shit. The fact that this was the game that basically set the stage for the downfall of this series is just another pine cone it puts up my ass. I don't care if it was technically the last Team Silent game. It fucking blows, and I don't want it anywhere near the pantheon I've built for these three. Pretty much every Sonic the Hedgehog game ever. The Sonic games are fucking boring, and I don't care who knows it. They were boring when they were side-scrollers for the Genesis. They were boring when they were full frontal-facing 3D platformers. The old-school 2D Sonic was sold on being fast, right? Whoa, look how fast Sonic goes. But what they don't tell you is that when you're not going fast, you're going slow. Sonic has shitty acceleration, so why not just keep going fast, right? Well, of course then, how will you ever see the bottomless pits and spikes and enemies in time? You won't. The 3D games are bad too, because now, instead of not being able to see what's in front of you, you can see everything. These games feel like autopilot. You barely have to play them. Sonic's main move in these games, other than running fast, is a fucking homing attack. The only Sonic game I ever really enjoyed was Sonic Adventure 2, and even that game is uneven. There are 3 different types of gameplay depending on which characters you're playing as, and the Knuckles and Rouge levels fucking blow. Though it is a lot better than Sonic Adventure 1, a game where you have to play these fucking bullshit fishing levels. What the fuck is this? My bad, I thought this was a Sonic game. This game's so exciting and fast. Look at it. At least Live and Learn slaps. Guys, thanks for watching this video, which totally wasn't a piss take intended to hold you over while I finish watching China, Illinois, and work on a new tier list. Be sure to stay tuned if you like Brad Neely. Be sure to also stay tuned if you enjoy hearing me talk shit on things, because I'm making a tier list of everything I've negatively reviewed on this channel. And like, subscribe, and consider joining the Patreon for $1 measly.